What is up, everybody? This is Michael C. coming at you with my first video in a while. It's been it's been over a year, pretty sure. So where have I been? Well, of course, like I said, started making videos year and a half ago or so. I made like 5 or 6 videos, something like that. Made a few of them, and I was enjoying making them at that time. But at the time, I was making them with my phone, which it was an iPhone 6s, and you know, with that, just having limited storage and things like that, it started to become kind of a hassle. Trying to consistently put out videos, and also just not really, it kind of got to a point where I wasn't really feeling it as much. So of course, with all that, and also, you know, it costs money to invest in like a camera and like all this recording equipment and things like that, and I wasn't willing to do that. I wasn't in a position to be able to do that. So just kind of stopped for a while. But lately I've been kind of wanting to get back into things. So without further ado, this is it. This is my first video back in a while. So in this one, I want to kind of go over what's happened since the last video I made, just a little bit. I don't want to go too much into every single thing, but just give you guys a basic breakdown. So, Raw Nationals 2017, I placed 3rd in the juniors and 16th in the open, and I ended up getting a spot on the national team. I got invited to IPF Worlds in 2018 last year, and I did the Arnold. I won that, the A7 Raw Challenge. Then after that, I went to IPF Worlds, and I had a very disappointing performance, I would say. Even though it was my first really big meet at that time, and it was still a great experience overall, like getting to go to Canada and compete for the USA and everything like that, and also getting at that time, the junior world squad record. You know, it was a great experience overall, but just did not perform well and ended up getting 2nd. So go to Raw Nationals last year, Raw Nationals 2018. Going into that meet, you know, I really wanted to just show up and just have like the best meet that I've ever had. And sure enough, despite squats not going as well as they probably could have, just because I wasn't completely healthy at the time. I was dealing with patellar tendonitis on and off for pretty much all of last year, so squats kind of suffered a little bit. But despite that, I had a really good meet, and I ended up placing 3rd in the open and 1st in the juniors. And so with that, I got invited to IPF Worlds 2019 in Helsingborg, Sweden. So that meet, I did the pro bench at the Arnold. It was a bench only meet, and I won that. Got a little bit of money off of that too, so happy about that. And going into Worlds this year, you know, I felt way better this time around, having more experience and knowing what to expect, and having a much better idea of, okay, this is what I need to do in order to execute. And this was the healthiest that I had been in a long time. Like I said, pretty much all or most of last year, I wasn't really healthy. I was dealing on and off with patellar tendonitis and couldn't squat like I wanted to. So yeah, I felt way better about this meet. And also deadlifts. those were kind of my weak point before, and the Worlds last year and a local meet that I did earlier this year in February, deadlifts kind of were the thing that really screwed me over more than anything else, just because I hadn't been doing them as long as I've been squatting and benching. So it was obviously the lift that is gonna take more time inevitably to get where it has the potential to be, especially since sumo is a lot more technique driven than conventional is. It's one of those things where if your technique isn't on point, there's kind of a skill gap with it, especially as the weights get heavier, to where if you're not pulling efficiently, then you're just not strong. But anyway, ramble. But anyway, IPF Worlds, I had the best meet, even better than Raw Nationals. Easily the most complete meet that I've had, aside from benching, because the legal platforms, whatever. But yeah, I squatted 590, benched 413, and I deadlifted 611. My deadlift were both small PRs, and I feel like I had quite a bit more. But you know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it was just about going in there and securing the gold medal over anything else, over trying to hit big PRs or anything like that. I might do a full recap sometime later on if people want it or whatever. But I don't want to draw this out for too long. So I'm just gonna put some of my training footage since Worlds after this, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about Raw Nationals and just my plans, like going into Raw Nationals as far as videos and everything else. So without further ado, with the do-rag on, yeah, without further ado, let's go to those videos. Alright, what is up, guys? This is a little bit of my training footage over the past couple of months. These are pretty much some of my better sets, like top sets, on all three lifts over the past couple of months. But anyway, for this portion, I'm gonna quickly just go over like what's going on right now. So right now, I'm training for Raw Nationals 2019. It's in Lombard, Illinois, or will be in Lombard, Illinois, in October. So right now, I'm about like 8-ish, 8.5-ish, 9-ish weeks out. So getting down to pretty much the most important part of training, like, so pushing things pretty hard right now. My deadlift is absolutely taking off. I mean, everything is going well across the board, but my deadlift especially has just been blowing up over the past few months. Going into Worlds, it was much better, and now it's like on a whole different level. So really happy about that, and also just really happy with how training is going in general. So going into this meet, the 74s, if anyone like keeps up with any of the rankings or anything like that, if you just look across the board, the 74s are easily, I feel, the most competitive class, not just at the top, but if you look at the class as a whole, it's extremely competitive. So this year is gonna be a lot of fun. Not just the primetime session, but I mean, there's a few guys that aren't going to be in primetime that stand a good chance of possibly cracking, you know, that top 3 to top 5. So it's going to be tough for sure, but I'm really looking forward to it, really looking forward to competing against all my fellow 74 kg boys. But anyway, I'll get more into like numbers and things like that as we get closer to the meet, but I just wanted to put this video out just as a quick little update and just getting back into things. And that's really all I have now. So if you enjoy this and if you want more, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.